Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Night Love Huhnkie episode 274.5. Happy Sunday afternoon. Beautiful sunshine day. Let's do stretching. Wow. Oh. Oh. Ah. Okay. Whew. Okay, let me get some water. Okay. Oh. Oh. Whew. Okay. Now. Oh. Whew. All right. Let's do splits. Let's go to the floor, do some splits. Okay. Make some room. Uh-huh. Ah. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Whew. Water. Uh-huh. Oh. Ah. Uh-huh. Oh. Very good. Ah. 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 Okay. Very good. Whew. Wow. Good exercise, good stretching. Okay. Now lower back. Ah. Okay. Good. 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Welcome back. Let's see. If you don't mind, let's get back to the continuing legal education. Right. So yeah, let's get back to the Petersburg case. The hypothetical name, the Mr. John Adam Doe from Petersburg, Alaska. Let's talk about witness list. Okay. So okay, the witnesses, first witnesses that come to my mind. I'm playing the defense attorney. It's a movie. It's a fiction. Okay. Because I'm not involved in that case. Okay? So, but if I were defense attorney of Mr. John Adam Doe from Petersburg, witness list. Okay, so like it would be like the two attorneys outside of Alaska. I do not know what state they're at, but I do not know. Okay, my guess will be East Coast somewhere. Okay, maybe around Washington D.C. Okay, so quite political people. Uh, but two attorneys who wrote together the Wall Street Journal opinion article. who came up with this idea, yeah, Mr. John Adam Doe, broke the 18 USC 242, 241, okay, the interference with constitutional rights of other people. Okay, so the attorneys, I looked them up. Uh, so yeah, there will be that was the beginning of this whole thing. Okay, so I call them as witnesses. Okay, they'll be hostile witnesses. I think they are the one of the very first ones who published internet on article available in the internet. Wall Street Journal, yeah, is based on subscription, so I do not have access to it. Okay, so I have not read maybe first paragraph of that the article. The rest, I don't have subscription, so I don't have access to it. Okay, so I did not read the article, maybe except for the first paragraph. Okay, so I call that as witnesses. Okay, and I mean attorney general, assistant attorney general, U.S. president, U.S. vice president. Yeah, I can subpoena them, but it's not likely that they can attend their position or because they're just too busy. Okay, so and the court, the judge may excuse them because they're busy. The White House, okay. What's the decision? So yeah, judge may say, yeah, you're excused. You don't have to come vote as a witnesses. Okay, so yeah, so judge has discretion to do that. Okay, okay. So it has to be practical, okay? But okay, like let's say practically, okay. Look, who's going to pay for their travel? Let's say witness from Washington D.C. The two writers are two attorneys. Let's say they are from Washington D.C. Okay, because I do not know where they are from, where they live. Okay, let's say two attorneys who wrote that Wall Street Journal article accusing Mr. John Adam Doe of violating some federal criminal statute. Okay, I think it came from them. Okay, I mean they are one of the first ones who wrote about it. Okay, I think. Again, I do not know the details because I'm not involved in the case. Okay, 5 minutes break for correct. Thank you. Okay. Uh-huh. 5 minutes for correct. Okay, brightness adjustment real quick. All right. All right. So let's say the attorneys, let's say Washington D.C. attorneys, okay, so they're not like attorney general, they're not U.S. president, so uh, I'm sure they can make it, okay. But who's if they travel all the way from Washington D.C. to Alaska, who's gonna pay for their airplane, hotel? Because I am calling them as witnesses, okay. So uh, who's gonna pay for all that stuff, okay? So you have to be Mr. John Adam Doe's supporters, okay. But nowadays we can bypass that. We can have a Zoom. Okay, yeah, witnesses a lot of time if they're far away, yeah, they appear in with Zoom meeting, okay, with the court. Yeah, that's allowed these days, okay. Yeah, after COVID-19 pandemic, in what year was that? 2020. Yeah, so Zoom meeting is allowed these days, okay. Zoom attendance, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, we have to swear them in, of course, okay. Yeah, court clock, okay. So yeah, the what kind of question I would ask them? Yeah, like hey, Mr. So and so, yeah, nice to meet you. And by then, I mean, if I were really attorney, uh, I mean, I am attorney, but if I defense attorney of Mr. John Adam Doe, uh, I would have his supporter pay me so that I can have Wall Street Journal subscription because I need to download that paper and even exhibit. So that's exhibit list. Okay, before a trial. Yeah, these are the what is exhibits? Evidence. It could be photograph, okay, it could be some documents like Wall Street Journal article, like printed out PDF, paper, okay? Evidences, okay? It could be photographs, it could be video, audio, whatever, in digital form. Any documents, okay? Those are exhibits. So exhibit list. So you give me one of the exhibits, okay? So exhibits. Yeah, so like if I were real criminal offense defense attorney of Mr. John Adam Doe, yeah, I would need that for exhibit. Okay. And he or his supporters will have to pay me for the Wall Street Journal subscription. Okay. Just for 1 month. Okay. That's all. So I can download this paper. Okay. So, and yeah, so during the deposition or trial, hey, Mr. Two attorneys, yeah, well, it has to be one by one though, okay, with this, okay. It's like interview, okay? Q&A, question answer. So, hey, Mr. So and so, yeah, I read your article. Oh yeah, it's very well written and very plausible argument. Yes, I appreciate your writing. So I read it. Yeah, it was a very interesting argument. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I appreciate your attorney. I'm attorney. So yeah. I really appreciate your writing skill, your legal argument. I appreciate. Okay, Mr. Hunkily, yeah, thank you. Thank you for reading and thank you for appreciation. Oh, you are very welcome. So yeah, and so yeah, in the Zoom meeting, but let's make it more interesting. Let's say they flew over here. Let's be in person, okay? But we are writing a fiction, okay? Hey, welcome to Alaska. So I hope you enjoy your stay here, and thank you for joining us. Yeah, you're Tony, I'm Tony, so let's relax, okay? Yeah. Nothing against you, okay? I just want to, have good time in Alaska. That's all. No, animosity. No, let's relax. Let's have some fun. Yeah, okay. And welcome to Alaska. Oh, thank you, Mr. Hunkily. You seem to be a nice guy. Oh, yes, so thank you. And you're right. I agree with you. I'm a nice guy. Yeah. And you seem to be a very nice guy too. Oh, thank you, Mr. Hunkily. So, Mr. So-and-so, I read your article and today I have some questions for you. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Hunkily. Uh, what's the origination of this article? Could you please explain to us? Like, was it your idea, or I mean, did you? What I mean by that is, did you so on your own will and volition? Did you start writing this article on your own, or did somebody else ask you to write this article? And if somebody asked you to write this article, did they pay you? Or let's say it was your original volition, so let's say so your own idea, you started writing this article on your own without anybody asking you. Okay, so after it's published, still, did somebody pay you? That maybe out of appreciation. Okay, is what I'm saying is money involved. Did somebody ask you to write this? So maybe originally it was their idea. Maybe they asked you a question. Maybe, hey, I think this is illegal. So can you do some legal research and find some United States criminal code that potentially that Mr. John Adam Doe violated? Could you do some legal research and write a Wall Street Journal article, and then I will pay you. It is basically authority. Okay, yeah, I pay you for that effort. Is that the case, or did you come up with this idea and then start writing it, or did somebody else ask you to write it? Maybe some part of their idea too, but did they offer to pay you money, and did you take the money, or did you refuse it, like or somebody asked you to write it and then they didn't offer any money and then you asked them to pay money but they said they got no money and okay but I'll do it anyway for free like pro bono. What? Yeah, those are the questions I would ask. Yeah, follow the money trail, okay? By his prank, for correct. Like a police officer, detectives, okay? Yeah, yeah. 5 minutes. It's investigation. All right, welcome back. Let's continue. Action. Oh yeah, so Mr. Tony from Washington D.C. who wrote this article. Yeah, it's good legal argument. I appreciate you as an attorney myself, and welcome to Alaska. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the stay. And let's say it's courtroom, okay? It's a little bit more interesting, okay? So right, we have those liberty, okay, because we are making this movie, writing the screenplay, okay? So we can make it interesting, okay? So courtroom drama, okay? Action. Yeah, so okay, who paid you and whose idea was this? Did you write on your own, or did somebody ask you to write, or did you receive some money? Or let's say it was your own idea, or somebody asked you to write for free, but later on it's published. Did somebody give you still money out of maybe appreciation? And if they offered money, did you take it? And if nobody paid offered to pay you before you start writing it, okay, uh, okay, let's say you wrote it on your own, but did you expect in the future after it's published, maybe somebody will pay you still out of appreciation? Did you expect that? And was it part of your motivation why you wrote this article? Is money part of your motivation to write this article? Or did your employer even pay? Was it an assignment from your employer or some kind of organization, maybe political action committee or whatever, like political organization, some ideological activist organization, even lobby group? Did they commission you of this project? You did legal research, obviously. Okay. Okay. How many hours of legal research did it take you? How many hours did it take you to write this article? How many hours in legal research? Hmm? Or did you just some? I understand two gentlemen wrote this together, but did somebody else involved, or did you use some interns in your organization? Or did you consult some law professors, or did you get some help from other than two of you? Hmm? Did you have to pay them? Did you pay them for their service if they helped you? Yes, who's your employer? Like what kind of organization do you belong to? Like, do you attend some church, religious organizations, or some political organization you regularly attend? Or like, so what kind of, what's your political party affiliation? And so in Alaska, we have top four candidates running for U.S. Senate. Who's your favorite? Well, obviously, my client, Mr. John Adams, I'm sure he's your least favorite because you're accusing him of like committing federal felony crime. Then who's your favorite? Out of four, who's your rank, please? Who's your first, second, third, fourth favorite, please? And you live in Washington D.C., so you're not an Alaska resident. And of course, the way I ask them is, okay, what's your residency? Are you Alaskan resident? I will ask them one question at a time, okay? But here we have liberty to relax the rules because this is not a courtroom. This is my house. You're making a movie, writing a screenplay, okay? So let's take the leeway. Okay? Yeah, 5 minutes break for chorus. I need that though. And here do we do? Those are house rules, okay? That's something I need to do. We take 5 minutes break and I do hair do after that. Those are the house rules, Huhnkie house rule, okay? Huhnkie show rule. Yeah. 5 minutes. Thank you. Okay. Oh, how do we do? Okay, I have to obey that rule. Okay. Yeah, human show rule because I have to look presentable. Look, I'm having fun. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Action. Okay, Mr. So and so, Washington D.C. attorney. Welcome to Alaska again, and then nice to meet you, sir. And great, strong legal argument there. And yeah, I appreciate you as an attorney myself, and your professional dress like suit and tie. Yeah, very attorney's attire, nice, good. You're very stylish, and you're very handsome gentleman too. Yeah, good hairstyle, and yeah, and congratulations for your successful career, and also your article being published in the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, congratulations. So yeah. Congratulations to your success as an attorney and your career success. And but I do recommend you so to do. You seem to be athletic, so okay. But I do recommend you to learn martial arts, okay? Because we're living in a dangerous world, as you know. Okay, so I do recommend you to go to YouTube and type martial arts lessons and yeah, practice like kicking and punching in there in your home. Okay, so without making any noise. And yeah, so that you practice martial arts. I do recommend you that. So, but you seem to be very athletic. Yeah, so that's great. Yeah, exercise and diet. Nice. Then our prosecutor will say, "Objection, Your Honor. What is this? Is this kangaroo court material? Objection, Your Honor. What is this? This is not a kangaroo court. This is a United States District Court." And the honorable judge will say, "Yeah, objection. What's that terminology?" So the judge will, may rule like overruled, meaning, yeah, objection noted, but we'll let him do whatever, okay? I'm going to overrule your objection, okay? And when they grant the objection, what do they say? Sustained. Okay? Yeah. Objection sustained. Okay, so basically, objection, Your Honor. Okay, what's the base of your objection? Relevance, Your Honor. It's not has nothing to do with this case. Martial arts. This is not a criminal assault case, battery case. Okay, this is about like infringing constitutional right, interference constitutional civil rights. Okay, so martial arts is that has no relevance. Oh, objection sustained. Oh, thank you, Mr. Prosecutor. You don't have to do that. I'm just having fun. Objection, Your Honor. Okay, what's the base of your objection this time? Attitude, Your Honor, attitude. That's like hostility. That is called, what's the terminology for that? Argumentative or something like that? Yeah, yeah. Attitude, yeah, argumentative, to hostile. Objection sustained. Mr. Prosecutor, I thought you liked me. I like you. I still like you. Okay, so but I'm a little bit disappointed. Objection, Your Honor. Actually, perhaps Mr. Hunkle's lawyer's license should be suspended, or at least some verbal reprimand, please, Your Honor. Objection sustained. Hey, Mr. Hunkle, please get to the point, okay? No more like shenanigans stuff. No more kangaroo court stuff, please. Oh, yes, you are. No, I stopped having too much fun. My apologies. I'm just excited. Well, now, okay, so Mr. Washington DC attorney, yeah, I start to get serious, okay? So, okay, what's your religion, party affiliation, and out of these top four candidates, rank them, please. Not your most favored to least favored, okay? Is that better? I, I know it's asked and answered, but I'm completely relaxing the rule here because this is not courtroom. This is Huhnkie house. Human show, okay? So, well, 5 minutes left, vocal rest. Having too much fun. I'm not even drunk yet, okay? 5 minutes, okay? Thank you. Too fun. Okay, let's say their answer is okay, action. Okay, so your answer is that your most favorite candidate is Mr. John Bryan, though, the Republican Party candidate, and you said you're Christian, you're a Republican Party member, and okay, your employer is so and so, and you belong to these organizations, very conservative, like Republican Party. Okay, so your favorite candidate is Mr. John Bryan, though. Yeah, I thought so. And so, did you write this article, to help out Mr. John Bryan Doe's candidacy? Was it a part of your motivation to help him get elected? What I'm trying to get at is this, Mr. So and so, Mr. Washington DC attorney. Why are you interested in Alaskan politics? You're not an Alaskan resident. Don't you think it's kind of interference? You want to influence Alaskan voters. You're not stealing their voting rights. I get it. You did not commit a crime that you're accused of my clients of committing. Okay, but I do not think that you committed that crime. Okay, you do not try to prevent Alaskans from going to ballot box. You're not even here in Alaska. You're in Washington D.C. But you did try to. Did you try to influence Alaskan voters though by this article? What's in it for you, Mr. DC attorney? Why are you why did you involve yourself in Alaskan politics? Because only Alaskan residents can vote for US Senate candidates. You cannot vote here, okay, because you're not Alaskan resident, Mr. DC attorney. What's in it for you? Why did you do that? Why are you doing this? Or why did you try to influence Alaskan voters? Although you don't even live here. What's in it for you? Why do you want so you're trying to help out Mr. John Brian Doe's candidacy, his campaign, you're trying to help him out. Okay, why? What's your motivation of trying to help him, his candidacy? What do you gain from it? Is this some kind of satisfaction that a Republican Party candidate would get elected so that U.S. Senate would be Republican Party majority and you belong to the Republican Party, so it's kind of like some sense of like strengthening or enlargement of the organization that you belong to. I would not call it interference with voting rights, Alaskans' voting rights. Okay, so I don't think you committed any crime there. Okay? But at least you exercise your First Amendment right, freedom of speech. Okay, in Wall Street Journal article. So it's not illegal to do that, but you're not an outsider to Alaska. You do not live here, but somehow you still try to influence Alaskan voters. Why, Mr. Disjotuni? What's in it for you? What do you gain from it? There had to be a reason why you did what you did. How many hours? What? 5 hours of legal research and then what? 2 hours writing it and editing it? 7 hours? What's your rate, Mr. DC attorney? What? $500 per hour as an attorney fee? Maybe 300, 400 per hour? What's the attorney fee rate, Mr. DC attorney? Per hour? How much do you charge your clients per hour? And you said you did it for free? Okay, so let's say it took total of 10 hours from publication and everything, okay? Submission and, emailing back and forth with the Wall Street Journal editor and stuff. Let's say total 10 hours you spent, okay? Let's say your attorney rate is $400 per hour. Okay, so $4,000 basically it's kind of campaign contribution. You donated by your time over $4,000 worth to Mr. John Bryan Doe's campaign. Basically, that's what you did. Oh, welcome, my profit readers. Martial arts, education, core development. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing continuing legal education here, okay? Yeah. Let's say 5 minutes break for correct, okay? Yeah, my profit. Yeah, martial arts, education, core development. Thank you. 5 minutes. Okay? Thank you. Yeah, welcome. My proud. Well, action. Okay, so Mr. DC Attorney, as we sit here today, my question is this uh, to you. So, what's your motivation of writing this article? Okay, is it in order to protect American democracy, election integrity, out of patriotism? I understand you're a Republican Party member, so I used to as well, but I'm independent now. So I understand you would prefer using the term instead of democracy because that sounds like Democratic Party, right? So you're a Republican, so you rather use the term the Republic or Republicanism. So, but it's pretty much the same concept, okay? Ruled by the people, okay? So is that why you wrote this article, so out of patriotism? You know, to protect and preserve American democracy, election integrity. Was that your motivation? That has nothing to do with your party affiliation. Just out of love for democracy, you want to protect it, preserve it, election integrity, patriotism, regardless of party affiliation. Is that why you wrote this article, sir? Or is it is your motivation motivate the reason for you writing this article and publishing it so that the world can read your article in the Wall Street Journal, in the internet? Was it your motivation that you want Republican Party to be Senate majority? Like one more Republican Party candidate being U.S. Senate, so Senate majority, the hegemony by the rule controlled by the Republican Party. Was that your motivation, Mister DC Attorney? If so, please, Mr. DC Attorney, I do not have to remind you. You're under oath. You cannot lie here. Perjury is a crime. Uh, I don't have to. I don't have to tell you because you're attorney yourself. Okay, so and if your answer is okay, there's some political motivation. Okay, did you use your legal skill, your legal knowledge, your research skill, your knowledge about law, in this case, federal criminal law? Did you use your job skill, your knowledge as a lawyer? Did you use that for political purposes to help a Republican Party candidate to win an election? Did you? I'm not saying you're weaponizing the justice system for political reason. That's not what I'm saying. You just wrote an article. You are involved in this case, federal criminal case, felony criminal case, just because I called you as a witness, okay? But you are not part of the federal prosecutorial team. So I'm not accusing you of some weaponizing criminal justice system for political reason. Maybe White House did that, okay? But you're not an employee in the White House, right? Yeah. Okay. So you're not part of all this. You just wrote an article and published in the Wall Street Journal. That's all, right? But still, did you use your legal knowledge for political purposes to influence an election in Alaska? Did you? Again, I don't have to remind you. You don't have to take fifth because I'm not accusing you of committing any crime. I'm not even making a moral, ethical argument. I'm not saying what you did is immoral, unethical, or even deceptive. I just want the truth and honesty. Your answer. Did you use your legal skill, legal knowledge in order to promote your political agenda? Did you use your legal knowledge for a political gain or political gratification? Like Senate Republican Party being Senate majority, like more than 50 people, more than 50 Republican politicians being in U.S. Senate of 100 people, Senate majority by Republican Party. Okay? Political hegemony, Republican Party control of the Senate, U.S. Senate. Okay, that's what you want, right? And that's why you wrote this article. Is it true, Mr. District Attorney? Same card, okay? So I'm giving you an example of leading question. And I'm allowed to do that. Why? Because it's a hostile witness. Kind of try to drive the answer that I want to see. Okay, yeah, it's called leading question, okay? Basically, like putting words in his mouth, kinda, okay? Yeah. That's leading question. It's allowed for uh to like examine or critically examine the hostile witness, okay? Yeah. Because it's kind of halfway between Hollywood, two Hollywood movies, Liar Liar by Jim Carrey and A Few Good Men by Tom Cruise. I like both movies. Okay, it's good kind of Hollywood. Okay, yeah, five minutes right. Those are Hollywood classics. Okay, yeah, I like those movies. Okay, yeah. Five minutes. Correct. Time check real quick. Uh, it's been more than 1 hour. Okay, yeah, let's ventilate. Okay. Those rules I have to obey. Okay, because Huhnkie house rule. All right, human rights rule. Let's ventilate. Right, 5 minutes. Yeah, beautiful sunshiny day. Beautiful sunshiny Sunday. Nice, nice. Okay, so those are the kind of questions I would ask. Okay, the this attorney as a witness. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, what other witnesses? Okay, how about Alaskan voters? Okay, who voted for Mr. John Adam Doe? I'm sure Mr. John Adam Doe. Uh, I did check. Okay, he got about 3,000 votes in the primary less than a week ago. Okay, yeah, impressive. He made his third place out of top four. Okay, so yeah, he was going to the ranked choice voting in the general election in November. Okay, okay. I checked in the internet. Okay, last night or earlier this morning, something like that. Okay, so he got about 3,000 votes. Okay, yeah. Let's bring some of them. Okay, we cannot invite all 3,000 voters, right? But they're all Alaskans, okay? Yeah, they voted for him. I'm sure Mr. John Adamdo knows some of them. Maybe his friends, neighbors. I'm sure you know some of them. Let's bring them in. Maybe a couple as witnesses, okay? Also, in this movie, let's give it a name, title. 2026 US Senate election in Alaska. Sure. Now let me redo my hairdo, okay? That's house rule. That I have to obey. Self-imposed. To look presentable. I'm not going to courtroom like this, no. But this is not courtroom, this is Huhnkie house, okay? So the funkier, the hunkier, the better, okay? So rhymes. I like it wearing rhymes, okay? So welcome to Humor House Show, okay? Welcome to Huhnkie House. Humor House School. It's theatrics, okay? Yeah. We're acting, okay? Yeah. We're making a movie. Now, action. I before that, yeah, also yeah, in this movie, screenplay, yeah, I asked the prosecutorial team, hey, please produce, okay, a list of victims of this alleged crime, who Alaskan voters who voted for Mr. John Adamdo, because they were confused, they were deceived, because they wanted to vote for Mr. John Bryan Doe instead. Please provide me a list of those crime victims, alleged crime victims, please. Let's say they did give us a list of maybe 10 people. The mistaken voters, okay? Confused voters. Yeah, I call them as witnesses too. Because now I have the name. Yeah, yeah, I was up in them. Yeah, please join us. Please join the show. Okay, courtroom drama, please. Okay, yeah. I would say, yeah, you are subpoena, you're ordered to appear in court, but I would say nicely, hey, nice to meet you, ladies and gentlemen. Please come join us. It's an invitation. But you're here in Alaska, right? Yeah, you can appear in the Zoom internet if you do not live in Anchorage or Matsu Valley, because district court in Anchorage, okay? Matsu Valley is just 1 hour north, okay? But if you live in Juneau or Fairbanks, you can appear in Zoom meeting, okay? Courtroom, Zoom, internet, okay? But please feel free to join us in person if you want to. Yeah, put them in the witness list. Hmm? But they do have to appear. Subpoena is a court order, but so it has to be approved by the court, like judge or clerk of the court. Okay, they have to stamp it. Okay, yeah. So it's an order. They have to appear in person or internet Zoom. Okay, or some other in software. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fine is right for correct. Okay, so I have to obey that rule, house rule. Okay, so human rights show rule. Time check now. We have also 2 hour limit too. Okay. I have more than 30 minutes left. Yeah. Time is on our side. Okay, so 5 minutes. Thank you. All right, cool. Okay, so let's examine fictional alleged crime victim, confused Alaskan border. Okay, because if you hostile witness, okay, and they'll be more interesting because there's drama here. It's not like everybody's happy. No, some drama, some but it's not a. We are talking about civil right violation, okay, interference with exercise of right to vote, okay. So it's not like bad crime, like it is still felony, but that they were accusing of him, but it's not like assault and battery case, okay. So it's just like deception, confusion, okay, intentional deception. So it's still felony, but it's not as bad as like assault and battery case. There's no violence here. Okay, maybe some lies, deception. Okay, maybe. Okay, still felony, but it's not as bad as violent crimes. Okay, so okay, but okay, so so it's not too bad. Okay, so yeah, the okay, action. Hello, Ms. or Mr. So and so. Yeah, thank you for joining us today in person. That's kind and generous of you. Thank you for your time. And yeah, my name is Huhnkie Lee. We are writing a screenplay. It's a fiction. Okay, so yeah, my name is Huhnkie Lee. I represent Mr. John Adamdo. How are you doing today? Sorry, ma'am. Thank you for joining us, our fellow Alaskans. Our fellow Alaskans. Hello, Mr. Huhnkie Lee. Ask me a question, please. Uh, yes, ma'am. Who did you vote for in the primary less than 1 week ago, please? Oh, I mistakenly voted for Mr. John Adamdo because I'm 57 years old, female. My eyesight is not that good, okay? So yeah, I wanted to vote for Mr. John Brando because I'm Republican Christian, okay? But I'm 57 years old, female. My eyesight is not that good. So John A though, John B though, is it A or B? It was confusing to me. So I by mistake voted for John A though instead of John B though. It was my mistake. It was my poor eyesight. Yeah, I was fooled. I was deceived by Mr. John Adam Doe and his friend, uh, Democratic Party candidate, Ms. Jane Amido. I was fooled. I was deceived. Okay. Thank you for your answer, Ms. So and so, Ms. Alaskan Boro. I do not want to call you Ms. Confused or deceived Alaskan Boro. Just Alaskan Boro. Thank you for your answer, ma'am. What's your next question, Mr. Huhnkie Lee? Uh, so Ms. Uh, uh, so Ms. Alaskan Boro, you said you have poor eyesight. You're a 57-year-old female, and you have poor eyesight, so that's why you could not read distinguish between the middle initial A and B. Uh, do you have the same poor eyesight today, Miss Alaskan Boro? Yeah, I did not have like LASIK surgery between the time less than a week ago, and today it's been less than 1 week. Same eyesight, okay? 5 minutes break, walk rest, okay? Oh, okay, 5 minutes. Ah. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, friends. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Minecraft leaders. Yeah. Now, action. Ask me your next question, Mr. Huhnkie. Yes, ma'am. I will obey your order. I will ask you next question. So you told us that you're a 57-year-old female Alaskan voter, and you're poor eyesight. So in the ballot box less than a week ago, you're confused. Your eyes, poor eyesight, like John A. Doe, John B. Doe. You wanted to vote for John B. Doe, but because of your poor eyesight, by mistake, by confusion on that election, the primary election day, less than 1 week ago, you voted for John A. Doe instead because of your poor eyesight on that election day. Is that correct, ma'am? Yes, that's what I said. Next question, please, Mr. Honky Lee. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Uh, then I'm wondering, when did you realize you made that mistake, Miss Alaskan Boro? Well, I see it's about 1 hour later, 1 hour after I voted. In my home, 1 hour after I voted, I realized my mistake. Next question, Mr. Honky Lee. Oh, yes, ma'am. So my next question, ma'am, kind and generous ma'am, thank you for joining us today. My next question would be, how did you realize 1 hour after that you made a mistake? Because when you saw the ballot on paper in the ballot box in the voting station, because of your poor eyesight and because of your age, 57-year-old, uh, when you saw that ballot on paper in the ballot box in the voting station, you could not distinguish A and B. And 1 hour later, you have that memory, visual image in your brain, that memory. 1 hour later, and you're at home. So in that memory of visual image 1 hour prior, then you can see it clearly, more clearly in your visual memory in your brain. You can see it more clearly 1 hour later when this ballot paper is no longer with you in your home because you submit it to the election officials in the voting station. So, but 1 hour later, you can see it more clearly when this ballot paper is no longer with you and you're in your house 1 hour after. But you can see it more clearly then when this ballot paper is not in front of you anymore. Could you please explain how you realized your mistake that day? Could you see more clearly when this ballot paper is no longer with you? You cannot like make adjustment distance. You may be myopic or close eye-sightedness or more distant eye-sightedness. But in the ballot box, you could 1 hour prior, you could have done that, right? Yeah, distance adjustment to adjust to your eyesight, right? To distinguish A and B. But there was 1 hour prior in the ballot box voting station. But 1 hour later, all you have is memory, visual memory of this ballot paper that you do not have anymore. But you submitted it. But somehow it can even more clearer in your home, in your brain, in your memory. That's how you realized your mistake, Ms. Alaskan Boro. Because it does not make sense to me. Would you please kindly and generously explain to us, to the jurors, to the judge, please? Well, Mr. Huhnkie, I did some internet search, okay? Like social media or not. And then somebody took some photos of those ballot paper, okay? So I looked at it on my cell phone. So yeah, I looked at it again, okay? Yeah, in the cell phone. The photograph of that ballot paper. And I remember it was first line, John A. Doe. Second line, John B. Doe. I remember I voted for the first line, okay? That's what I remember, okay? Just how I realized it. Fine is back, vocalized, okay? Now, why don't you play the role of this criminal defense attorney for Mr. John Adam Doe, okay? What will be your next question to Ms. Alaskan Boro? Okay? Yeah, sure. If you want to. Okay? Come on with the next question, okay? I know what my next question will be, okay? But fine is back, vocalized, okay? Thank you. Fine. Okay, wait. Yeah, thank you for your support, friends. Thank you, thank you. Now, action. Did you come up with a question yet? You need more time? Sure. Yeah, it's a thought experiment, thought exercise, brain exercise. Okay, so uh, yeah. If you need more time, yeah, stop this playing this video and think about your next question. Okay, so if you want to, okay. Yeah. Welcome to human school. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We want this to be interactive somewhat. Okay, so yeah. Right. Action. Yeah, so Ms. Alaskan Border, thank you for coming and joining us in person. Thank you, ma'am. We really appreciate your time with us. And so my next question, ma'am, would be this. So 1 hour later, after you voted for, by mistake, Mr. John Adamdo instead of John Bryando, after 1 hour after that, in your home, you check your cell phone, maybe some social media with picture of this ballot, and you realize you made a mistake because you said you voted in the first line John Edo instead of second line John Bido. So when you're looking at cell phone, this social media photo of the ballot paper, you paid more attention than 1 hour prior in the ballot box because you realize your mistake 1 hour later at home, looking at the photograph of this ballot paper, social media, you made more close attention, and that's why and how you realize you made a mistake. But 1 hour before that, in the ballot box, you paid less attention when you're actually voting for a candidate. Well, Mr. Huhnkie, the thing is this. I was hungry, okay? I skipped my breakfast. I'm 57-year-old, poor eyesight. I'm old, okay? So, but I had to go there as early in the morning as possible so that I don't have to wait in a long line. So I skipped my breakfast. I was hungry. But after voting, I came back to my home and I had breakfast. It was good breakfast. Eggs, bacon, sourdough bread with nice cream cheese. It was good, hearty, home cooked meal. I cooked that breakfast myself, and it was so good. Now I have energy. It's not that I did not pay attention. I was just hungry. That's why I made the mistake. Did I answer your question, Mr. Huhnkie Lee? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I totally understandable. Yes. I'm not accusing you of not paying enough attention in the ballot box. No, I'm not accusing you of anything. I just was curious, that's all. But that recipe, all American, very Alaskan, like sourdough bread, I appreciate it. It's very mouth watering, man. Yeah, I'm glad that you have wonderful breakfast. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, man, for sharing your story with us today in the courtroom. Thank you, man. Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Huntley. Oh, yes, man. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I think called okay. I coughed a lot because high pitched voice. That's not natural to me because I'm male, but I like doing that stuff. I'm an actor, okay. It's challenging. So that's why I coughed a lot, okay? Because I also smoke cigarette up during the 5 minutes experiment. That was nice, huh? Yeah. Hmm. Uh, I can come up with more questions. Can you? It's kind of like my hairstyle now. It's quite natural. It's nice. Yeah. So 5 minutes break for chorus. Okay, thank you. Time check now. We're to our limit here. Hmm. We're having fun, right? Yeah, more than 20 minutes left. Okay, yeah, 5 minutes break. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your support, friends. Thank you, thank you. Mighty proud. Future leaders. Okay, action. Without further ado, action. Miss Alaskan Bodo, since that you have very good memory, because you remembered you made a mistake, okay, although your eyesight, your vision is not quite optimal, but due to age, but Miss Alaskan Bodo, you look fantastic. Obviously, do you do like diet and exercise? Objection, Your Honor. Irrelevance. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, we'll allow that, okay? Just relax, okay? So, overruled. Mr. Hunkily, go ahead. Yeah, so Ms. Alaskan Boro, do you do like diet and exercise? Because you're in great shape. You're a very beautiful lady, by the way. And I'm not asking you out, okay? Maybe you're married, okay? But I'm not, you don't have to tell us your marital status. Maybe you're married, maybe you're single, I don't know. But you're a very beautiful lady. I'm straight guy and male, adult. I'm 48-year-old. You're 57-year-old, but you're very stylish. You're a beautiful lady, and you're obviously you do diet and exercise, right? Yeah. Of course, Mr. Hunkily, and I'm happen to be a single lady, okay? Yeah, I do diet exercise. But I have very good memory. Maybe not visual memory too much because my eyesight, okay, poor eyesight. But audio memory, yeah, I can tell, I can identify Alaskan songbirds. When I hear their singing style, I can identify what bird species they are. Okay? Yeah. Kind of photographic memory, audio, not visual too much. Okay? Poor eyesight. Okay? So I cannot tell you whether you're handsome or not. But you have heavy Korean accent. Well, maybe not Korean. I have some accent. Okay? So I've got very good hearing. Okay? Yeah. but I cannot tell you whether you're handsome or not. So, yeah, I'm single, female, 57-year-old, but I'm not sure if I can date you because I cannot quite see you clearly. Oh, so Miss Alaskan Boro, I mean, if you cannot tell who's handsome, who's ugly, I mean, does it really matter? If you cannot distinguish handsomeness and ugliness in single guys, adults, I mean, does it really matter what I look like? Yeah, you have very thick accent, okay? So I'm not sure if I want to date a person who cannot pronounce English words correctly. Oh, thank you for honest, man. Yeah, but I'm not asking you out, okay? So, but can I ask next question, please? Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Hunkily. Yeah, ma'am. My next question is this. Now let's talk about because you have good memory, okay? So, let's talk about before the primary election, less than 1 week ago, okay? Did you know about these two candidates with same first and last name? Yeah, yeah, yeah. The John A. Doe, Jan Adam Doe, and John Brian Doe, John B. Doe. Yeah, I knew about these two candidates. Okay, so Ms. Arascamboro, did you read some new? Have you before that primary election less than 1 week ago? Did you read some news articles? Well, you talked about social media on your cell phone, right? So in your cell phone, did you read some news articles that two candidates with same first and last names and but different middle names? Did you read some news articles about them? I wonder. Man, please, have to remind you, okay? You're under oath, okay? So you cannot lie about anything here in courtroom because perjury is a crime, okay? So just to remind you, please. Okay, Mr. Hunkey, I read about it, okay? So what? Okay, so Miss Alaskan, please tell us. Really a good memory, right? What that news article about? I mean, what's the content? Please describe to us. Really a good memory. What did what did that news article write about these two candidates, same first and last name, but different middle name? Would you please describe us about that article that you read before primary election day? Well, yeah, they news article said yeah, that these two candidates in Alaska running for your Senate, same first names, same last name, but different middle name. That's what they said. What's your next question, Mr. Hunkily? Okay, so, ma'am, Miss Alascamboro, so you knew about the danger of confusion, like same name, first name, same last name, two candidates, but different middle initials. You knew about that before the election day. Yeah, I already said that. Mr. Prosecutor, do your job. The asked and answered. Why no objection? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered. I was just too enthralled. I am fascinated with this courtroom drama. It's so fun. I'm just enjoying this. But yeah, ma'am, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, objection, Your Honor. Yeah, asked and answered. Sustained. Yeah, Mr. Onkili. Yeah, next question, please. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So Now, fast forward, election day, less than 1 week ago. Ballot box, ballot paper. And you read that news article. Potentially, yeah, Mr. John Adam Doe, that I'm representing today. Yeah, I read that news article too, man. Okay, so some people are accusing him for like running for U.S. Senate, to confuse voters, to deceive them. And ma'am, you're saying you're the victim of that crime, but you read news article about it before that election day. You knew about that theory that Mr. John Adam Doe, my client, tried to deceive you, confuse you. You read about that news article. You read that news article before the election day. So you're very, very informed voter, Alaskan voter. So on that election day, in the ballot box, with ballot paper in front of you, did you try to distinguish between John A. Doe and John B. Doe? Yes or no, Miss Alaskan voter? Well, yeah, I did try to distinguish because I knew about these two candidates with same first last name and two different middle initials. I read a news article or two about that in my cell phone. Yeah, I did my best to distinguish between those two candidates. Run for US Senate in Alaska 2026. But again, I was hungry, okay? But I did try to distinguish two candidates' names, middle initials. Is it A or is it B? I did do my best to distinguish those two candidates, okay? Yeah, I did. But I was hungry. And I made a mistake. So was it my fault or was it his fault? Your client. Look, I'm old. I'm 57. Poor eye vision, okay? And I was hungry that day. Was it my fault? Or was it your client's fault, his fault? We let the jurors decide, okay? Well, sinkhole, okay? Yeah, fine is very correct, okay? Interesting, right? Yeah. Because human show, okay? Wow, nice courtroom drama, huh? Yeah, very nice, huh? Nice, nice. Time check. Uh, we got 7 minutes left. We'll take 2 minutes break for correct, okay? Thank you. Yeah. But nice courtroom drama, yeah? 2 minutes. Okay, so how many minutes do we have left? For 5 minutes. Okay. Time check. We have over 5 minutes left. Okay, so look, we are doing acting, screenwriting, creative writing, improvisation, acting. Okay, so record humanity. Okay, because I'm trained in that department. I'm a writer. I'm more than a lawyer. Okay, so yeah, I write novels, and also I'm a filmmaker too, actor as well. Yeah, yeah. So in this scenario, movie, fiction, novel, yeah, it's called impeachment of a witness. Okay, what is it? Yeah, so basically, I want to demonstrate that this witness is lying. Okay, look, it happened to be a female character, but we are gender egalitarian in human school. We appreciate both genders. Okay, some male witness. I've seen some videos when I was in law school in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Okay, he was a male witness. He was caught in lie, perjury, male witness, somewhere in America. Okay, yeah, they played this video in the law school classroom. Okay, this attorney is very. I don't remember his name, but this attorney is very smart, experienced attorney. Okay, so he caught this witness lying in the courtroom. Okay, perjury. Yeah, it's called impeachment. Okay, to prove that this witness, whether it's male or female, lying on the oath. Okay, yeah, and that's what they did, portrayed in the A Few Good People movie, like Jack Nicholson, Tom Cruise. Okay, yeah, perjury, lying on the oath. So that's what that movie was about. Okay, Colonel Jessel. Okay, and the well, Lieutenant Coffee, something like that. Okay, so Tom Cruise was Jack Nicholson. Okay, it's called witness impeachment. Okay, catching them lying on the roads in the courtroom. Okay, so, uh, but in our movie, okay, the 2026 U.S. Senate election movie. Okay, yeah, 2026 Alaska U.S. Senate election movie. Okay, yeah, here. The lady may be lying, okay, or not lying at all, okay. So it's kind of inconclusive, okay. Uh, is it because I'm a gentleman? I'm like nicer to ladies as opposed to guys? No, it's not like that, okay. I'm just nice guy. I'm not to guys. I'm nice to ladies. No gender discrimination. No, none of that, okay. So I'm nice to guys and ladies equally, okay. So yeah, because we're gender egalitarian here, okay. We have 2 minutes left, okay. So yeah, and ladies, right? Yeah, let the jurors decide. Witness credibility. Let them decide. 12 put it jurors, Alaskan citizen, American citizen and Alaskan residents, okay? Yeah, let them be the judge, okay? It's jury trial, objectively, okay? Time check now. We have 1 minute left. We got 12 minutes, okay? Yeah, I think it's a good system, democracy or republicanism, okay? However you characterize it or call it, ruled by the people, okay? So it's very democratic process, jury trial. Huh? Yeah, it's nice. I think it's a good system, okay? Yeah. We'll let them decide. Jurors, they could be lawyers, but most of them are not lawyers, okay? So I've been to court to jurors, okay, but it got canceled, okay? So, well, it's been 2 hours, okay? Thank you. I'll see you next time, okay? Thank you. Mm.